Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anupurbas. I am Anupurba, and today we are going to talk about lifestyle for weight loss. This is episode 2 for our entire series called the Science Back Tips for Weight Loss. And today, in this episode, we're going to talk about a part of lifestyle for weight loss, and that is movement. Why movement is necessary for the entire weight loss process. So, let's begin. The first thing that we're going to talk about is TDEE. Okay, total daily energy expenditure. Okay, now when I started my weight loss process, I was never told about these science tips, and that is why I never really understood why movement is necessary. I was very small, like very mature to even understand these in this scientific terms. So I will try to explain you all in a very easy and simple way. So this is this chart that we have. This is the TDEE chart, which is total daily energy expenditure. And here we have these components. The major chunk holding is BMR. I will make another separate video on TDEE which will explain you completely. But for this one, we are going to only talk about the BMR and the NEAT. BMR is the basal metabolic rate and it is constituting of the major chunk. The TDEE, which is total daily energy expenditure, talks about or calculates the total expenditure of the calories, okay, the energy. And as high the TDEE goes, your calorie burn also goes higher. Okay, BMR, which is constituting the major part of TDE, it means the energy that is burned while you're just living. Okay, you're living, you're sitting right now and watching this video. Your heart, your lungs, everything is working. I am sitting here recording. My heart, lungs, intestines, brain, everything is working. The BMR is also going high. When I go off to sleep, all my organs shut down? No, they are also working. They are working with the energy that is coming from the BMR. The next big chunk is NEAT, which is the one we're going to talk about, the major one that we're going to talk about. And in this one, it is called, the full form of NEAT is non energy activity thermogenesis. So, what happens here exactly is the activities that you do without any plan, the activities here, activity has to be done, like just walking to grab something, your pencil falls down and you just go up and pick it up, your NEAT is working there. You go and help your mother with the groceries, you just go around with your father to do some work, household chores, or maybe something. All the energy that is burnt there is going to come under NEAT. And the walking that you do, okay, maybe just a random walk or maybe a walk to your nearest accommodation or your transport to the bus stand, these kind of works, these kind of walk, okay, this kind of walk which is not typically brisk walking, these walk will come under NEAT. And this is the reason why, or the number one reason why you should increase your walking. Okay, as you increase the step count, your calorie burnt under NEAT will increase, which will in turn help your weight loss process. So that is why implement walking for weight loss. When you move, okay, or typically walk, your circulation, your blood circulation increases. And when this blood circulation increases, your oxygen supply to various tissues increases. And when this oxygen supply increases, your body feels more energized. And when you feel more energized, your calorie burn also increase. So that is why walking is important. The next reason why you need to walk is bone strength. When we are walking, we put in a lot of pressure on the bones and the muscles. Our weight, okay, is being put on the bones of our legs and the muscles also, the especially the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the abdominal muscles. So what happens is this walking becomes a weight bearing exercise which does not require any equipment. And since pressure is being applied on the bone has to repair itself by producing more and more osteoblast. This in turn helps preventing osteoporosis. If you are someone who is overweight, that extra weight puts a lot of pressure on the joints, okay, on the knee joint, on the ankle joint, and there's a chance of fracture. Plus, If you're someone who is in the postmenopausal stage, the hormonal fluctuations increase the chance of osteoporosis, and walking can actually prevent them. So start walking, they're very, very beneficial. And since it is helping your joints, it will also increase the longevity of your bones, of your legs. And all of this actually makes you more efficient to do all the tasks. Next reason why we need to walk is it improves the breathing. Okay, so when we are walking, it actually puts a little bit of pressure on the lungs, which is a form of cardio. I mean, walking is a form of cardio because it puts the pressure on the lungs and heart in a very simple way. Like, walking is not very difficult and it is not a very high form of cardio, so it does not put a way too much pressure on heart, but it puts a very important or a very impactful pressure on the heart, which makes your heart strong, so that if in future you want to start any form of high intensity exercise, your heart is strong enough to handle it. And it also improves breathing, as I said, because it is putting a little bit of pressure on lungs. Like, walking is a very low impactful cardio. It is doing its work, but in a very easy and in a very moderate way. Plus, walking will not require any kind of very huge equipments. Okay, you can do walking just in your nearby garden, or any kind of ground, or just walk on the road. So it's very easy to do, it's very impactful, and it is very easy as well. The next reason is that when we are walking, okay, the walking increases the secretion of certain kind of hormones, which we call the happy hormones, like the endorphins, the dopamine, the serotonin, and these hormones will increase your happiness. It will also improve your sleep. And when we increase our sleep, or when we improve our sleep, the cortisol level decreases, which aids in weight loss way too much. So again, start walking. We've learned why walking is important and why I said the point that you need to have like around 10,000 steps per day. The next point that we're going to talk about is why walking is important after meals, right? You should not lay down just after you finished eating. You need to walk a bit. Why? What happens is, when you're walking after meal, okay, after meal we have this increase of sugar, which we call the blood sugar spike post meal, or hyperglycemia. Now what happens is, when the sugar increase, your insulin level also increase. As I said, if you're a woman with weight gain or with high weight, you are at a very high risk of PCOD compared to others. And PCOD can lead to diabetes. And diabetes and insulin, they are two things that are very bad for your health. Okay. Now, since insulin increases post meal to counteract the hyperglycemia, you have a chance of becoming insulin resistant. So, when you are walking after the meal, okay, there is a decrease in the sugar spike, or it controls the blood sugar spike, because energy is being used to walk, and that energy is drawn from the sugar that was supposed to increase in your blood, causing the blood sugar spike. So what happens is, the sugar that would otherwise cause the insulin spike is now used for energy. So there is no insulin spike, there is no chance of insulin resistance, and there is a decreased chance of diabetes. So if you're a person with weight gain, I mean, who has high weight, or if you're a person with diabetes, or if you know someone with diabetes, tell them to walk post meal, because you know the reason. Now, the other reasons why walking is important post eating is it smoothens the digestion process and it eases the constipation. Because, as I said, that walking increases the circulation, so more blood will go to your intestinal walls, and it will also go through the entire gastrointestinal tract. As more blood is going, the muscles will contract even further, and they will help in the breaking down or the churning of the food particles. They will also increase the absorption rate of the nutrients, so nutrients will reach easily. There will be higher breakdown of food, so there will be lesser chance of constipation. If you pair that with a good amount of drinking of water, which is hydration, you will decrease the chance of constipation by huge amounts. So as we come to the end of this video, let's summarize the points why walking is necessary, so that it remains as a reminder for you. And that is, walking improves your bone and your muscle strength. It is good for your joints. It is good for your circulation, for your heart health, for your lung health, for your mood, for your sleep, for your digestion, for your circulation, for your insulin resistance, and for your weight loss as well. Remember that walking is not just for weight loss, it is having a lot of other benefits. So if you have anyone who does not like to walk, tell them to walk, or just send them this video because it can be a reminder for walking. If you really someone, send them this video to help them to achieve that motivation so that they can start walking. If you have any old one at your home or anyone at the postmenopausal stage, send them this video so that they understand why walking is important. And most importantly, I hope this video finds you and gives you that motivation to start walking more. Till then, okay, bye.